Hello,
Hi, this is Bryan.
this is Adam.
And Kelly.
We're the Suffering Slam Society 2014 team, plus Rachel and Tiff. They're not here right now. They went out because, they cool, and
They're
we
doing
not.
poem things.
Keeping busy.
Yeah.
But this is just another update for what's been going on with us.
What day is today? Is it Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today's Thursday, yeah. We're going to talk about probably yesterday. Since we last talked to you,
Yes.
we'll tell you what we've been up to.
I guess I'll start. Yesterday was a kind of an easygoing day for me, but I got to go to see a couple bouts, which is really, really interesting. It was nice to be on the other side and not have to worry about performing or anything like that. So we got to mingle, got to meet people, and I got to explore a little bit of the city too, which is very, very nice. So,
Cool. I also went to bouts. We saw Loser Slam and Vancouver.
Hello, sir.
And a bunch of other... Oh, Portland was there. Oh, I love Portland. A lot of poet friends were there. It was very cool. And then we went to the Lit Slam, which we only stayed for part of. The Lit Slam is an event where you sign up and you slam, and if you win, you get published. It's very cool. So we stayed for half of that, and then we came back to the hotel, and I was hanging out with poets. We did a cipher, which I actually don't know if everyone knows what that is. It's like when you stand or sit in a circle with a bunch of poets and everyone just exchanges poems. You can do it either in a circle or you tag someone and they do a poem. We do it sometimes by the gazebo when we're in Nyack. That was really cool. We got a lot of people in and out of that. I stayed up really late. I was up until 4 with just hanging out with people. So that was basically my night.
Right. Yeah, some of the things that I thought were really cool that we saw, first of all, Vancouver Slam, they're some of my favorite people.
True facts.
Some slams do a call and response kind of thing when they send a poet up. So for example, Slam Nuba, when they send up a poem, they go Slam Nuba, we cut heads. But Vancouver,
which is terrifying.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. They won the bout we were in with them. They're
on Tuesday.
Yeah, they're a pretty solid team. But Vancouver Slam, they go, Van Slam, we fall down, because apparently they're clumsy.
Very clumsy.
Which I have a lot of respect for that.
I like that.
One of the guys we were ciphering with last night, his name is Al, he's from Vancouver, and he had a lot of very kind of musical, rhythmic poems, and he would add instrumental effects, ra-pa-pa-pa, ra-pa-pa-pa, in the middle. It was cool.
It was really cool.
It's not the kind of stuff
really
you normally
cool.
see here.
It was super duper cool.
I saw a persona poem from the perspective of Carmen Sandiego from one of the Portland poets, and that was, I don't remember which Portland. I don't know if it was Portland, Maine or Portland, Washington. I think Portland, Maine. I can't. Too many Portlands.
It's like Springfield.
There was a really Neo Minds put up this poem that started out about picking your nose.
Oh.
And hiding his boogers under his bed frame, and how his mother found them once, and at first I thought it was just a funny poem, but then he
it was a funny poem for a long time.
Yeah.
But
then he kind of turned it, and he talked about he was hiding things because where did you learn this from? And he was I learned it from my brother hiding drugs, my dad hiding alcohol,
yeah.
all these other dark secrets as other family members have.
And then he went back to boogers and he was guys, let's all our dirty secrets, let's flick them all over the place and make people fucking deal with them. And I was yes. It was very cool.
Something really beautiful that happened at that bout was San Antonio team. When Portland went up, they were San Antonio loves Portland, and I thought that was really sweet. I think we could use more stuff like that.
Yeah.
Doc Lubin, I forget where he's from, he had a poem about wanting to be a fire engine when he grows up.
I think he might have also been Portland.
That makes sense. Yeah, he had a line about wanting to be a siren so that it only exists. So couple lines that I like that I wrote down. He said, firemen are heroes because when the fire is over, they leave. And he also said that he would want to be a siren because they only exist. Yeah, I'm paraphrasing. It's a paraphrase. I didn't get it all down. This is my notebook. siren only exists while it's in use. And it
I
was
have a
like,
lot of feelings
yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
You are not the same call for, you are not some call for help. You are the fire, and it's just like a.
Raw!
And
That was the last line.
Yeah. Rain City had a group piece about Scrabble and also coming out and also suicide, and it was like really strongly delivered.
Right in the feels.
Duncan Shields, again one of my favorite poets. He's from Vancouver, and he had a poem that was kind of like a list of aphorisms that he like turned, and it was kind of woven together loosely, and I felt like it was kind of a poem about depression.
Yeah.
And he had this one line that was like, monitors use more power in standby than when they're on, which I don't know if that's true, but
I've heard that before. I don't know.
He
if
said
it's
like
true.
monitors use more power in standby than when they're on, and he basically like said that he relates to that. That was neat. There was a Beauty and the Beast persona poem from the perspective of Belle, where she turns into a monster every night and kills things.
Which was dark.
Yeah,
Clearly.
it was super duper dark. Rain City also had like a sexuality poem, and like they had a line about sexuality being fluid, and water taking the path of least resistance.
Oh yes.
About
I
like
remember this poem.
about like being bisexual, but like if leaning whichever way is more convenient at that moment.
Yeah, one of the lines was like, essentially like the only time I have ever kissed a woman is in public. Like the poem was done by two women, so.
Yeah.
And it was just like, ugh! It's just like that's the culture of, it's like, it's okay if we kiss because we're drunk, and
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
a little drunk, so it's fine. And, ugh.
Yeah. And the other line in that poem that I really like, they said something about tipping the Kinsey scale in my favor. The Kinsey scale is like a spectrum of sexuality. Like this end is like super duper hetero, and this end is like super duper homosexual. And so there's like a blend. Anyway, there's other stuff, but I'm going to stop talking because I have been talking for like 700 minutes now. I think the Lit Slam was really cool. I think if we ever do a publication, might be fun to do a Lit Slam or something like it.
Yeah.
That was put together by Tatiana Brown and probably some other people, and their publication is called Tandem, I think.
I don't remember.
So check that out if you want. I think that's...
Yeah. Aside from that, there's a couple of interesting events aside from our bout that's going to be coming up
Yes!
today.
Today's
Nerd Slam
exciting.
looks like it's going to be very good. They have writing workshops, which I think I'm going to head over to in a little bit.
Yeah.
I know Rachel's going to a recovery one, which is actually
Well, it's grief and remembrance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, recovery was...
Yeah. She's gonna do her grief poem.
Grief
Or
and
guilt
remembrance is
poem.
different from recovery.
Oh,
Recovery
okay.
is more like...
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. So it was...
we have our second bout tonight also, so that'll be...
It's very exciting.
Yeah.
All right. But I think that's pretty much everything, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Well, in short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really trying.
More later?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be back in touch later.
Suffer and Slam.
Suffer and Slam Society.
Mind the gap.